we've been waiting for our whole lives. We've put in the work to get to this moment, to have this opportunity to come together as a team. Everyone knows KC is on the rise, but what they don't know is we're just getting started. Community America, powering the rise of Kansas City.
The St. James Academy Thunder is currently second and 8 ball on the 22-yard line for the Thunder. It's going to be another handoff to number 25, Michael Tujak. Up the middle for a minimum carry. It's going to bring up third down.
Gear up for back to sport at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Who's stuffed in the backfield by numerous Thunder defenders. Young's going to lose a yard on the play. It's going to push him back to a 3rd and 2 for the Saints. Anderson now getting the call from the sideline. And like a lot what I was saying last week when I called the game for the Saints versus the Blue Valley West Jaguars, 3rd down, when you get the Saints on the 3rd down, you have to get off the field or they will punish you. Trouble with the snap. Anderson under duress, rolls to his left. He's going to find a man wide open. He's going to pick up the first down. That is going to be number 3, Finn Barnett, for a big-time gain and a first down for the Saints. It's going to push the Saints inside the red zone for the first time tonight. Two tailbacks in the backfield now for the Saints. Anderson's going to give it off to Young. Makes one man miss. Loses the football. Mad scramble for the ball. And I believe the Saints will retain possession. It will. It's going to be about a gain of 5 for the Saints. Second and 6 on the 12-yard line for the Saints. Down he goes in motion. Another handoff to Young up the middle. Drags a defender or two with him. And he's going to be just shy of the first down. Going to be third and inches. Under 7 to play here in the first quarter. 0-0 Saints and Thunder. Isaiah Gavinow's walked off the field for the Saints. 3rd and 1. Anderson hands the ball off to Young. Shirley has the first down. And they're going to give it to him. It's going to be a 1st and goal for the Saints. It's been nothing but straight handoffs so far to Tank Young on this drive. with the exclusion of that one pass to Finn Barnett, who picked up a big-time first down. Anderson takes the snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to keep the ball. And I believe there's another fumble on the field. No signal yet. Finally, we get a signal, and it is recovered by the Thunder. Big time stop by St. James. And they're now going to take over possession inside their own 3-yard line. Two fumbles on the first possession for the Saints. They were able to recover their first one, not the second one. The weather is cold. It is about 45 degrees here. First time we've seen this cold weather in this early season. The player rolls on late for the Thunder now. Feldman in pistol formation. He's got two backs in the backfield with him. Hands it off inside his own end zone. It's going to be two-jack up the middle for a minimal gain there. And it was Brady Feldman who did get the start. We've seen number 12, Jack Mollers, who's started a few games this season for the Thunder. He was the starting quarterback in that big-time upset over Bishop Miege a few weeks ago. Feldman does get the start here today, though. It's going to be another handoff to Tujak. Runs it on the right side. Great pursuit by the Saint defense. He's going to pick up only a few yards. It's going to be another big-time third down here. And if you're the Thunder offense, you really want to pick up this first down, give your defense some time to rest. They were kind of on their heels, able to force a turnover. Don't want to immediately want to put them back out onto the field. 3rd and 3 for the Thunder. Feldman's going to hand it off again to Tujak, and I don't believe he got that first down. They're going to mark him short. Interesting decision here for the Thunder. And head coach Tom Radke's got a big decision. I do believe he's going to elect to punt the football. It is going to be a punt for the Saints. Brooks for the Saints going to pick it up about the 42. Tried to fend off one defender. Great tackle by Claiborne. And with that, we're going to take a break. 0-0 with 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. You're watching Kansas High School football on A10Varsity.com. Short break here as we're back in Overland Park, Kansas. 0-0 is the score here in the first quarter. Young that's held back. He's going to get the football. Not able to muster up too many yards there as he's put down by a number of Thunder defenders. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. After 2 first drive fumbles, you have to imagine ball security was the talk on the sideline for the Saints. It's going to be a pass by Anderson. He's going to find his main target, Isaiah Gavin, who's going to pick up the first down. Nice spot route by Gavin, keeping the defense honest. This is a run-heavy offense as the Defensive backs were playing off. Nice read by Anderson. Finds his man for the first down. We've already seen 8 rushing attempts by Tank Young. Just the second pass of the game for Anderson. It's going to be a pitch out to Tom Downey, who makes one defender miss. Brought down hard, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Saints are off and rolling. It was a nice fake to Young up the middle. Several defenders bid on it. And a well-executed play by the Saints. New set of downs for Anderson in this offense. Barnett in motion. It's going to be a false start. Number 81, Isaiah Gavin, moved too early. It's going to bring him back 5, bring up a 1st and 15. With two teams who run the ball so much, you do have to wonder how much will the passing game be in effect here. Got about 11-mile-an-hour winds right before kickoff. Barnett's going to go in motion. Anderson drops back to pass. He's looking for his main target, Gavin. And his pass is going to be intercepted in the end zone by the Thunder. Incredible play. I believe that was number 22, Jack Gossman, in the end zone, and the second turnover for the Thunder defense. Great one-on-one play there by Gossman. It was just him and Gavin in the end zone, able to high point the ball and bring it down. And out come out this Thunder offense. Had 2 possessions so far. Haven't been able to get a first down. Feldman in pistol formation. He's got 4 receivers set. Feldman drops back to pass. He's going to air it out. Going deep just too far over his receiver's head. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Will Gavin on the coverage. You gotta, if you're the Thunder offense now, your defense has gotten you 2 turnovers. You gotta turn this into some type of productive drive. At least move the ball a little bit, put the Saint defense on their heels. Tujak goes in motion. Feldman's going to find his tailback. Out to the left side. Is going to pick up a decent amount of yards there. I believe there is a flag on the play. It's going to be a legal shift on the Thunder offense. After what looked to be about a 9 to 10 yard gain, is going to be wiped out by the penalty. And that's going to move them all the way back to the 16-yard line. Second and 15. Under 2 to play here in the first quarter. No score from either team. Brady Feldman, he's going to take the snap. Fakes the jet sweep, hands it off to his big tailback, number 29, Cade Lout, excuse me. Lout's carry goes for just about 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 13. Brady Feldman just one tailback in the backfield along with him. He's going to take the snap. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Looking to run. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Nice play by number 99. Caden Reeves with the sack. And it's going to force a third consecutive punt for the Thunder. Brooks stands at the 50-yard line, awaiting the punt. Not the greatest punt, as it's just going to dribble and eventually picked up by the Thunder on their own 38-yard line. Just 28 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Scoreless first quarter so far. This will be the first, if the Saints aren't able to score here in 28 seconds, this will be the first scoreless first quarter of the season. We now see no tailbacks in the backfield for the Saints. Three wide receiver set. It's going to be a pitch to the right for Young as he gets a few blocks. Bounces it out all the way outside, pushed out of bounds. After a nice carry. It looked like Young went out of bounds, but they decided to keep the clock going, and I believe that will be our final play of the first quarter. Scoreless here from Overland Park, Kansas. Saints and Thunder, no score here. You're watching high school football on A10varsity.com. Second quarter action here from Overland Park, Kansas. We had a scoreless first quarter. First scoreless first quarter by the Saints all season long. As Anderson drops back to pass. Looking for his man. It's going to fall incomplete. Nice coverage by Jack Gossman. He already has an interception in this game. Nice play by number 22. The junior linebacker. With that incompletion, it's going to be 3rd and 1 on the 29. Down he goes in motion. It's going to be a handoff right up the gut to Tank Young, who picks up a first down. Ball's going to be spotted on the 21-yard line. 2 red zone turnovers so far by the Saints. It's going to be a handoff to Young again up the middle. He's going to be brought down by 2 defenders on the Thunder, but not before he gains about 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Third trip to the red zone by St. Thomas Aquinas. Down he goes in motion. It's going to be a keeper by Anderson, I believe. And that's going to go for no gain. It's going to bring up third down. He was brought down by Caden Bibler. 3rd and 5. This could be potentially the third straight possession in the red zone that causes trouble for St. Thomas Aquinas. Anderson is going to pitch it out to Finn Barnett. It's going to be a great tackle by number 31, Max Charlton, which brings up a huge 4th down and a big-time decision by Coach Dreiling. Dreiling elects to keep his offense on the field, 4th and long. Fourth and 6. And Anderson tried to draw the defense offside. He's going to get it. It's going to make this an easier try on 4th down. Defender came across the neutral zone. It's going to be 4th and 1. Fourth and 1, Tanky on the lone back in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Young, who's going to pick up the 1st down, picks up some more, and he's going to be inside the 10-yard line for a 1st and goal. Great run by Young. He looked to be stuck right at the line of scrimmage, kept driving his feet, drove a defender or two along with him, and picks up the 1st down. 1st and goal on the 7. There's going to be some movement up front. And it's going to be a false start on the offense. And just like that, we're going to have a 1st and goal from the 12. Some struggles near the end zone for the Saints here early. St. James, on paper, appears to be so far the best team, or at least in the last coming weeks. It's going to be a missed snap. Anderson wasn't able to get the snap picked up by Young. And continually going the wrong direction are the Saints. 2nd and goal from the 17-yard line. The Saints did have a scare earlier in the season from Mill Valley. They were able to fend off Blue Valley West last week. And St. James comes in here 3-2 on senior night for St. Thomas Aquinas. McCormick's going to go in motion. Anderson drops back to pass. Finds Isaiah Gavin for a nice gain. He's going to be inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Anderson, for a guy who rarely passes the football, really does throw a nice ball. 3rd and goal on the 3-yard line. Nice pitch and catch from Anderson to Gavin, his main target. Surely this play is going to Young, and it's going to be Tank Young up the middle, who's going to be in for the touchdown. And the Saints take the lead. Saints finally end their red zone woes and get into the end zone. 6-0 St. Thomas Aquinas. Weinreich lining up for the extra point. Weinreich's kick is up and good. And the Saints lead it 7-0 with 7:27 remaining here in the first half. You're watching high school football on A10varsity.com.
When it comes to SUVs,
Welcome back to St. Thomas Aquinas, where the Saints lead at 7-0 here midway through the second quarter. 3 straight drives to the red zone, only one score where the Saints able to come out of it, yet they still lead it. It's going to be fielded inside the 5-yard line for the Thunder. Makes one man miss. And this return is going to carry across the 20-yard line. Is going to be dropped. Looks like they're going to spot the ball right at about the 25-yard line. And on come this Thunder offense. Haven't had too much success so far in this first half. They haven't started with the greatest field position, but nonetheless just one first down in their first 4 possessions. It's going to be Feldman in pistol. Feldman takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Tujak, who drags one defender with him. Nice carry up the middle. Going to pick up about 8. Nice run by the senior tailback. And Tujak's been their best offense so far here in the early going. St. James just hasn't been able to get into a rhythm so far. As Feldman hands it back off to Tujak again. Contact at the line of scrimmage, but Tujak carries it across for a first down for the Thunder. Tujak comes into this game with 101 carries, 606 yards, and 5 scores. Not too far behind by Tank Young, arguably the best running back in the state of Kansas. New set of downs for the Thunder, 2 tailbacks along with Feldman. He's going to give it to Tujak again. Cuts his way through for about 5 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Nice drive so far. It's just been straight handoffs to Tujak. Nice ball movement so far. And this is what you want to do. When your first few drives, you're not getting anything. Passing game hasn't exactly been what you've wanted. Nice to come back to your star tailback and let him carry. Feldman's going to drop back to pass. Hit as he throws. Ball goes up, and it's going to fall incomplete. Elias Carson on the coverage. He's down. Looks to be okay. It's going to be 3rd down. Feldman had a man one-on-one, but he was hit as he let go of that football and just couldn't get the power he wanted underneath that throw. 3rd and 5 for the Thunder. Feldman under center. Misdirection. And it's not going to go anywhere as there's about 4 or 5 Saints there to stop the run. by Lout. Looks like they're going to give Lout about a yard or so. Big decision here from Coach Radke. Radke will keep his offense on the field. Just 2 receivers in the ball game for the Thunder. Philman's going to hand it off to Tujak, who's going to cut up the middle across the 50-yard line and picks up a big first down. How about that carry, and what a decision by head coach Tom Radke. Electing to run from 4th and 4 on your own side of the football field. Nonetheless, it pays off, and it's a first down for the Thunder. Ball on the 48-yard line. As first time the Thunder have reached Saint territory, as I believe there's an injury on the field. That's number 1, Elias Carson. He will be replaced by Isaiah Gavin. First down after a big-time pickup on 4th down for the Thunder. They're going to give it to Radke again. He's going to take it to the left side. Wrapped up right up near the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Terrence Collins II on that tackle. Just a yard on that play. Winding down now, under 4 to play here in this first half. Saints lead it 7-0. Feldman drops back to pass. Pump fake. Launches it deep. Gonna be too far out of reach. The Thunder sideline looking for a call. Looking for a pass interference. They're not gonna get one. It's gonna be 3rd and 9. It was a hard pump fake there by Feldman, as I believe the receiver and the defensive back were kind of tied up there near the line of scrimmage. And the pass fell incomplete, 3rd down. Third and long, 2 receiver set for the Thunder. St. James needing to continue to move the ball, keep some pressure off their defense. And I believe it's going to be a timeout by the Thunder. Going to think about this one. So we're going to go ahead and take a timeout as well. 7-0 here from St. Thomas Aquinas on Senior Day. You're watching EKL action on 810varsity.com. Welcome back to St. Thomas Aquinas, where the Saints lead at 7-0. Under 3.5 to play here in this first half. We've seen 2 red zone turnovers by the Saints, as this is the Thunder's first possession in Saint territory. Big 3rd down. It's going to be a handoff to Tujak. He's going to fall short. Picks up a decent gain. It's going to make this 4th and doable here for St. James. It's going to be 4th and 3. We've already seen them convert a 4th and 4 on the ground on this possession. The Thunder electing to just give it to their star tailback, Michael Tujak, and he's answered the call-in so far here in the first half. 4th down. It's going to be a fake pitch as Feldman throws the ball up, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Looking for his receiver, Josh Kirby. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Saints will take over. Coming up at the half, going to keep you updated from 810varsity.com with all the action going on both sides of state line. Look around the metro area. Still 2:37 left here in the first half. The Saints, after 2 straight turnovers by way of a fumble, then an interception, were able to punch it into the end zone through Tank Young. Anderson's going to drop back to pass, looking for Finn Barnett, who's going to catch the ball. He's at the 30, at the 20. He's going to go untouched into the end zone for a touchdown for St. Thomas Aquinas. What concentration by Finn Barnett. It looked like he was going to take a massive hit by the Thunder defender. Able to hang on and took it the distance. Spun all the way around to make that catch. And it's a touchdown for the Thunder. Weinreich's extra point is up and good. And just like that, the Saints lead it 14-0. Great pass by Blake Anderson to Finn Barnett. And the Saints now have a 2-touchdown lead with 2:28 remaining here in the first half. You're watching Kansas High School football on A10Varsity.com.
Needs and offers competitive pricing, going the extra mile to make sure customers.
Welcome back to St. Thomas Aquinas, where the Saints lead at 14-0. Just had a one-play, 58-yard drive by way of Blake Anderson to Finn Barnett, and the Saints increased their lead. Weinreich kicks the ball off. This is going to fall into the end zone for a touchback for the Thunder. The Thunder had some momentum going on that last drive. Were able to pick up a big-time 4th down through Michael Tujak, They elected to go for it on a second 4th down, just weren't able to pick up the first down. Just 5 passes from Brady Feldman here in this first half. Has 1 completion for -1 yards. Feldman in shotgun is going to give it off to Tujak. Tujak takes this carry for a minimal gain. And it's going to be a timeout by St. Thomas Aquinas. I believe they gave Tujak 4 on that carry. Has 12 carries for 46 yards here in this first half. His counterpart running back, Tank Young, has 12 carries for 66 yards and a score. 2 of the top tailbacks in the EKL. If you're St. James, you really want to get this passing game going. You just haven't been able to get Feldman into a rhythm. Just 1 completion out of 5 attempts. And that one completion went for negative yardage. He's had some shots down the field, had some one-on-one coverage, just haven't been able to find the connection so far. Still some time in this first half here. As Feldman's going to take the snap. He's going to give it back to Tujak, who runs over one defender. He's going to be dropped out of bounds, but not before he picks up a first down. Nice hard run by Tujak. And that's just been the Thunder offense so far. Saints haven't had too much of an answer for him, but they've been able to move some guys up as passing game just hasn't been what it's needed to be so far for St. James. First and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Feldman in shotgun. Low snap. He drops back to pass. He's going to fire it across the middle. He hits a man in stride. He's at the 20, the 35 to the 20, and he's going to be tackled inside the 15-yard line. Beautiful pass from Feldman as he finds, I believe that was Tujak, across the middle. He's been Mr. Everything so far for the Thunder. And it's going to be first and 10 inside the red zone. First trip to the red zone for St. James. In pistol with two backs in the backfield. Feldman's going to give it off to Loud. He's stopped for a minimal gain. I believe just one on that carry. Second and 9. And I was just saying that the Thunder needed to get something going through the air, as Tujak's been able to do some things on the ground, but the Saint defense is able to cheat up when there's no pressure from the passing game. Feldman's going to give it off to Tujak, who's going to sprint up the middle. Bounces off one defender, bounces off a second, and tumbles into the end zone for a touchdown. What a drive by St. James. Michael Tujak, what a performance so far in this first half. As the Thunder are now on the board with just over a minute remaining here in the first half. The extra point is up, and it is good. But number 16, Josh Kirby. And they are able to cut this St. Thomas Aquinas lead in half, 14-7. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching EKL action here on A10varsity.com. Welcome back to Overland Park, Kansas. We're here at St. Thomas Aquinas, where the Saints lead the St. James Academy Thunder 14-7. Just saw the Thunder drive down the field. After a one-play drive from the Saints, the Thunder were able to cut the lead in half by way of Michael Tujak. It's going to be fielded about the 10. This is Finn Barnett, gets one block, and then shoved out of bounds near the 35-yard line. 1 minute exactly remaining here in this half. And we saw just a one-play drive last time when this St. offense was on the field. 58-yard strike from Blake Anderson to Finn Barnett. This St. offense can score in a hurry. They can do it through the air as well as on the run through the ground. And you always know that number 28, Tank Young, arguably the best back in the state, can score at any moment in time. Anderson's going to drop back to pass under some pressure. Moves up in the pocket. The pass is going to fall incomplete. Looking for Finn Barnett. He was wide open near midfield. Was a little bit of a low pass, but still catchable by the tailback. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. 3 receivers in the ball game for St. Thomas Aquinas. Anderson under center, drops back to pass, immediately under pressure. It's going to be a screen to the left side to Young. Jumps over one, makes another defender miss. And he's going to be dropped near midfield, across midfield by Tank Young, and a big first down for St. Thomas Aquinas. It's going to be spotted on the 49. Saints quickly get up to the line of scrimmage. Official timeout. So we now have a running clock again. Under 40 seconds to go. Anderson drops back to pass. Finds Isaiah Gavin, who goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. 32 seconds remain for the Saints. The Thunder defense on their heels just a little bit. Anderson drops back to pass again. He's looking, nearly intercepted, tipped and caught. Are they going to call him out of bounds? It looked to be an amazing play by Isaiah Gavin. Exercising the tip drill. It was nearly intercepted by the Thunder defense. Going to fall incomplete, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. We've seen the Saints offense nearly flip the field in just about 30 seconds. Still have 20 seconds remaining. Anderson drops back to pass, under pressure, evades one defender, and he's ran out of bounds by number 85, Paul Lee. He did not get that first down. It's very close. Going to be 4th and inches here. 21 seconds to go. Big call here from Dreiling. He's got 2 timeouts in his back pocket. Anderson's going to sneak it. Picks up more than enough for the first down. As that first down is going to stop the clock as they reset the chains. Quickly getting back up to the line of scrimmage is Aquinas. Anderson drops back to pass. Looks to his right side. Finds his receiver. Looks like he fumbled the football. It's going to be picked up. They're now going to call him down. That pass was completed to number 6, Will Thompson. The clock is still going, as now it's stopped with just a second remaining as we await a call from the officials. Not sure if Will Thompson completely had control of that football before it came out. Guys in the broadcast booth calling for New York. Not sure if they're going to call back. 2019 and we still don't know what a catch is. Still some discussion going on in the middle of the field as we await. And the Saints will retain the ball. I believe they're going to call a catch and just down via the ground here, which will leave 1 second on the clock. They're now going to add 6 seconds onto the clock, so it's going to be 7 seconds remaining here for St. Thomas Aquinas. Tom Radke is not happy as he's looking for an explanation over on the Thunder sideline. One of his defensive players picked up the football, looked like he was going to run it all the way back for a touchdown. The play was blown dead as they called Will Thompson down after a gain of about 6 or 7. It's going to be 2nd and 2 on the 30-yard line. Just 6 seconds remain. Saints do have one more timeout. Anderson drops the pass under major pressure, just throws the ball away as it's going to fall incomplete with 3 seconds to go here in the half. Anderson's going to trot over to talk to his head coach. This would be about a 46, 47-yard field goal for Weinreich. Saints are electing to go for it and try one more play before this half concludes. Anderson drops back to pass. Nearly hit as he throws. Just throws it up for Isaiah Gavin, who's going to bring it in for the touchdown. What a catch by number 81. A prayer thrown up by Anderson, and it's received by Isaiah Gavin for the touchdown. Unbelievable. It looked like there was an unblocked player right as Anderson let go of the ball. And the Saints add a score right before the half. Unbelievable. Weinreich's kick is up, and it's good. And just like that, it's 21-7 for St. Thomas Aquinas at the half. We're going to take a quick break here as the Saints lead it 21-7 on senior night. You're watching high school football on A10varsity.com. Halftime here from St. Thomas Aquinas, where the Saints lead the St. James Academy Thunder 21-7. Scored as time expired in that first half by way of Blake Anderson to his favorite target, Isaiah Gavin. Some scores around the metro area. Blue Springs is tied with Liberty North 7-7 right now. Lee Summit 13, Lee Summit North 3. The Liberty Blue Jays currently lead Lee Summit West 10-9. Ray Peck up 20-7 over Platte County. We have Staley up 35-0 over St. Joe Central. And Rockhurst High School up 16-0 over Battle. Just some scores from Missouri side. On the Kansas side, we had one game yesterday. Gardner Edgerton took care of Shawnee Mission North 54-14. Miege currently leads Blue Valley High School 14-7. No score so far from Blue Valley North versus Blue Valley Southwest. Mill Valley up 10-0 over the Pittsburgh Dragons. Blue Valley West currently leads Blue Valley Northwest 20-7. And Olathe North and Shawnee Mission East are deadlocked at 35 apiece. I'm not sure how far along that game is, but there's no defense being played in that one. And again, our score here is 21-7 on senior night from St. Thomas Aquinas. Some halftime stats from our game here. It was a big game by the quarterback from St. Thomas Aquinas. Blake Anderson was 8 for 13 for 157 yards and 2 scores. Did throw just the one single interception in the end zone. Tank Young has 12 carries for 66 yards and a score. Finn Barnett had a 58-yard reception go for a score. He has 2 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown. And as you saw right before the half, Isaiah Gavin with a big-time catch, 30-yard reception as time expired. He now has 4 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown. On the other side, for St. James, Brady Feldman is 2 for 6 for 48 yards, had a big-time strike to his main tailback, Michael Tujak. Tujak has 14 carries for 72 yards and a score. He has been sensational so far in this first half, as we've seen the Thunder kind of lean on him time and time again throughout that first half. Tujak is also the only player for the Thunder to have a reception in this game so far. He has both completions from Brady Feldman. Those are some first half stats from our game here in St. Thomas Aquinas. We're going to take a quick break before the second half gets going. You're listening and watching high school football on 810varsity.com. Welcome back to St. Thomas Aquinas, where the Saints lead it 21-7 at the half. Just about to get the third quarter underway. Saints won the toss and elected to defer. Saints had a big-time score right before the half from Blake Anderson to Isaiah Gavin. Basically threw up a prayer from 30 yards out. Gavin able to high point the ball and bring it down for a score. We're now underway here in the second half. Going to be fielded about the 15-yard line by Finn Barnett as he cuts across the 30-yard line. There's an injury on the play. There were 2 red zone turnovers by St. Thomas Aquinas in that first half. They responded with 3 straight scores after that. Tank Young was able to punch it in from about a yard out or so. Anderson hit Finn Barnett from 58 yards out on a big-time strike across the middle, and Barnett took it the rest of the way. Then again, right before the half, a 30-yard touchdown from Anderson to Isaiah Gavin. Temperature has dropped just a little bit since kickoff. It's now down to about 40 degrees. Wind has calmed down just a little bit. Saints will start from their own 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Anderson will start the half under center. He's going to give it to Tank Young up the middle. Bounces off one defender. Not able to do the same to the second. It's going to be 2nd and 7, just 3 yards. 3-yard pickup. Young just had 12 carries for 66 yards in that first half. Anderson's going to keep the ball. Did not make the right decision, as it looks like he had Young on the pitch outside. Elected to keep it, and he's going to lose a few on the play. And Brady Steffens with the tackle for the Thunder. He's going to bring up 3rd and long. Third and 7, Finn Barnett goes in motion. Anderson's going to have him reset. Just 5 on the play clock. 1 on the play clock. A fumble on the exchange from the center to the quarterback. I believe that the Saints did pick up their own fumble, but that's going to result in a 4th down. And that's going to be the first point of the ball game for St. Thomas Aquinas. On to the field is Charlie Weinreich. Weinreich has a nice punt as it takes a nice Thunder bounce. Continues to take a Thunder bounce. We're just going to stop at about the 44-yard line. That's where the Thunder will take over after forcing a 3 and out. Nice job by the Thunder defense. If there is just one thing you have to worry about of this St. Thomas Aquinas offense is their ball carrying issues. We've seen it week after week. They've not necessarily lost the football, but they've put the ball on the ground numerous times. And that's about the 3rd time today we've seen the ball on the ground. Feldman under center is going to pitch it out to Tujak. Tujak takes the pitch to the left side. He's only going to pick up about a yard or so. Nice pursuit by the Saint defense. It's going to be 2nd and long. Tujek had 14 carries for 72 yards in that first half. Majority of those runs coming, between the tackles. That was a pitch to the outside, and it didn't really go anywhere. Pistol formation for the Thunder. It's going to be another handoff to Tujek, who runs it up the middle, cuts across. He's going to be now into Saint territory. He's going to bring up 3rd and short for St. James. Third and 3 from the Saint 49-yard line. A little bit over 8.5 to play here in this third quarter. Thunder come out with 3 receivers to the boundary. Shotgun formation. Brady Feldman's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to his tailback. Number 29, Cade Loud. He did fumble the ball, but I believe they're going to call him down. And it's going to be a first down through Loud. And that's got to be encouraging if you're head coach Tom Radke. You force a 3 and out to start the second half, then able to muster a first down on your opening possession of this half. 4 receivers set now for St. James. He's got Manning in motion. He's going to hand it off to Tujek. Tujek on the counter. He's going to pick up about, I believe, 4 on that play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Going to give him 3 on that play. 2nd and 7. A nice little game plan so far by St. James. Just have to execute and put the ball in the end zone. They've kept this Aquinas offense on the sideline for a decent amount of time. As Feldman looks back, looking to fire to his tailback. Looking for his tailback. He wasn't looking for the ball. It's going to fall incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd down. Three receivers said come the Thunder. Brady Feldman in the pistol. Feldman's going to run the draw. He's going to give it to Tujek. He's going to pick up a nice carry, but not good enough for the first down. He's going to bring out 4th and short, and I'm sure the Thunder will go for it. They went for it on numerous occasions in that first half. Had some success, but ultimately not enough as they still trail by 2 scores. Feldman trying to draw the defense off sides. Doesn't work. Quickly looks to the sideline to retrieve the call. Feldman gets the snap. It's going to be another handoff to Tujek, who runs up the middle and is going to pick up the first down. Nice hard run by Tujek. Put his head down and runs across the 35 and picks up the first down. And a nice little drive here by St. James, keeping this high-powered offense of St. Thomas Aquinas on the sideline. Their defense was able to force a 3 and out on the first possession of this half. Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the third quarter. It's going to be another handoff to Tujek. Tujek is hit about 1 yard up the field, but drags about 3 or 4 defenders with him and picks up about 6 or 7 on the play. Nice run. He continues to impress against this great St. Thomas Aquinas defense. Aquinas has only given up no more than 21 points so far this season. It's Feldman. His tailback goes in motion. He's going to throw it up, has a man open, and it's going to be intercepted by Terrence Collins II. It looked like Feldman, his receiver, had a step on him. Just didn't get enough air on it as Collins was able to high point the ball and intercept it. And the Saints will take over on their own 1 yard line. Just a costly mistake there by Brady Feldman. It was a nice drive, keeping the clock moving, keeping this Aquinas offense off the field while picking up first downs. Just not what you want to see if you're a Thunder fan. That is a killer down there in the red zone. 1st and 10 for the Saints. It's going to be a handoff to Young. Spins off one tackle, drags another 2 defenders with him. Young's going to pick up 7 on that play. Anderson under center. McCormick in motion. It's going to be another handoff to Young, who breaks the tackle. Has an opening, and Young's going to carry it across the 20-yard line. Nice run by Tank Young. Picks up the first down, and here come this Aquinas offense. Not exactly the numbers we're accustomed to seeing from Tank Young. But when a guy has 66 yards and a half, that's not too bad. Going to give it to Young again immediately. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Minimal gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Just hasn't been too much opening just up the middle as we usually see from Tank Young. He's had some success toward the outside, bouncing it toward near the sidelines, but nothing too much really up the middle. He does have a touchdown on a dive as Anderson's going to pitch it outside to Young, and stuffed by this Thunder defense. Great pursuit. There was, after one defender initially missed the tackle, another 2 came up for St. James, and it brings up 3rd down. Isaiah Gavin now enters the game for Aquinas. Gavin stands at 6'5", 165. 3rd and 9. Anderson's going to give it off to Young again. He's going to bounce it to the right side. He has some room in front of him. He picks up the first down, stiff arms the defender down to the ground as he runs across the 35 and picks up the first down. Gutsy call there by Coach Dryland, as the run hasn't been what it usually is. And this works out in their favor as the Saints pick up the first down on 3rd and 9. Barnett in motion. Is going to be another handoff to Young. Not able to go anywhere as he's going to lose a yard on the play. They will give him forward progress, so it's just going to go as a no gain. 2nd and 10. As we approach 2.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. No score so far in this quarter. St. James, they were driving right outside the red zone area, and an interception was thrown. It's going to be a pitch out to Young again. Young not really able to go anywhere. Makes a few defenders miss before stepping out of bounds for a minimal gain. Another 3rd and long situation for St. Thomas Aquinas. We saw a 3rd and 9 converted already on this drive through Tank Young. The pitch to the outside has been the most successful thing this Aquinas offense has been able to do on the ground. 3rd and 8. Anderson drops back to pass under immediate pressure. He throws it up for grabs, almost intercepted. It's going to fall incomplete and 4th down for Aquinas. Incredible pass rush by St. James, as that forced Anderson not being able to set up the screen. He was rushed by number 59, Graham Wilkinson, the senior D lineman. Reinrich back to punt. Nice punt, as it's going to be fielded by St. James outside of excuse me, the 30-yard line. And he's going to carry it across the 40. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching EKO action here on A10varsity.com. Back to the action here from St. Thomas Aquinas. Thunder take over on their own 44-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Michael Tujak. Looked to be stuffed initially. Kept running hard. Picked up 6 on the play. 2nd and 4. And again, last drive the Thunder were able to use Tujak to get within, scoring position. Just a costly interception thrown by Brady Feldman. Feldman's going to drop back to pass. He's looking deep for his intended target. It's going to fall incomplete. Looking for number 15, A.J. Maloney. Third down. A little bit over a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Third down from midfield for St. James Academy. Feldman in the pistol. He's got 4 receivers at his disposal. Feldman doesn't like what he sees and calls timeout. That's going to be the first charge of the half. We're gonna go ahead and just keep you here, as this is a big third down for St. James. And that's something they were able to do well on that last drive. 3rd and short, 3rd and short, 3rd and short, and they picked up all of them. Again, just that costly interception thrown inside the red zone. Something that St. James has done a really good job of in this game is making it third and respectable, because they've gone for it on a number of excuse me, on a number of times on 4th down. They've picked up quite a bit of yards on 2nd and 3rd down to make 4th down doable to extend these drives. And here we are again at 3rd and 4 at midfield. Michael Tujak, the lone tailback in the backfield. He's going to take the carry. Stays on his feet. I think they're going to call him down. That was nearly a breakaway run by Michael Tujak. He was hit near the line of scrimmage. There were some bodies in the way. I couldn't really see if he was down or not. Nonetheless, they call him down after just a gain of 1. It's going to be 4th and 3. And again, Thunder will go for it. Now in Saint territory. Feldman takes the snap. It's going to be another handoff to Tujak. Stuffed at the line. Still driving his feet. And he's going to come across the first down marker. An unbelievable run by Michael Tujak. That is one of the hardest 3-yard runs I think I've ever seen. He was stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Kept his feet going. And was able to lay out for that first down to keep this drive going. Michael Tujak, an unbelievable performance in this ball game. As that last play will wind us down to the fourth quarter. St. Thomas Aquinas does lead it 21-7. No score from either team here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching high school football on A10varsity.com. There we go. Fourth quarter action here from St. Thomas Aquinas. They lead it 21-7. Feldman had a man open, just overshot him. It's going to fall incomplete. It's going to bring up second down as we are now underway here in the fourth quarter. It's been some great defense by St. James Academy, kind of neutralizing as much as they can this high-powered offense of St. Thomas Aquinas. This offense not putting up the numbers they're used to putting up. Feldman's going to hand it off to Michael Tujak. Gets to the outside. He's across the 40, across the 35, and he's going to pick up the first down. Another nice run by Michael Tujak. This has been an unbelievable performance today by Michael Tujak. He's done it on the ground. He's caught a number of passes from his quarterback. And he's doing all this in a game where on just the other sideline we're looking at maybe the best tailback in the state. Maybe in this whole entire metro area in Take Young. Feldman's going to keep the football. Takes a big hit. Able to bounce it right back up from it. Picked up a few yards on the quarterback keeper. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 31-yard line for St. James. They have, again, on this drive, keeping this offense of St. Thomas Aquinas on the sideline. It's going to be a handoff to Lout. Lout up the middle for a minimal gain. It's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 30. You have to imagine St. James is looking to get the ball into the hands of number 25, Michael Tujak, who does not appear to be in the game at the moment. Four receivers set for St. James. Feldman drops back to pass, fires across the middle, hits his receiver in the hands, going to fall incomplete. He was looking for his receiver, Josh Kirby. It's going to fall short, and it's going to be 4th down. Brady Feldman just unable to find his receivers today. He's only been able to find his tailback. As Michael Tujak is not in the game currently. He's been their go-to man in downs just like this. 4th and 7. Feldman steps back, pumps. He's going to throw it up, looking for his receiver. He's going to catch the football. There is a flag on the play. Incredible catch. I believe that's number 3, Tyler Claiborne, their top receiver coming into this game. And it's going to be holding on the defense. That will obviously be declined. It's going to be 1st and goal on the 1-yard line for St. James. Michael Tujak has re-entered the game for St. James. 2 tailbacks in the backfield for the Thunder. Feldman takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Tujak up the middle, and he's in for a St. James Academy touchdown as we now have ourselves a 1-possession ball game. 2nd touchdown of the game for Michael Tujak. Josh Kirby comes onto the field to line up the kick. His extra point is up, and it is good. So with 10 minutes exactly remaining here in the 4th quarter, the Thunder cut the lead now just to 21-14 for St. Thomas Aquinas. You're watching high school football on A10varsity.com. Welcome back to St. Thomas Aquinas, where it is senior night here for the Saints. The Saints currently lead St. James Academy 21-14. It's been a remarkable performance by the tailback from St. James, number 25, Michael Tujak. He has kept the Thunder in it all night long. Kick is underway, going to be taken about the 15-yard line by Finn Barnett. Cuts across the middle, big collision in the middle of the field. He's going to cut across the 30-yard line, officially about the 33-yard line, and that's where the Saints will start their next possession. They've been forced to punt on back-to-back possessions to start this half. Outside of big plays given up, this defense from St. James has been nothing short of remarkable. 1st and 10. Barnett goes in motion. It's going to be a handoff. Actually, it's going to be a quarterback keeper by Anderson, dropped in the backfield for a big loss as the Saints going the wrong way. Nice job by Charlton of the Thunder. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13 for Aquinas. Tank Young has 20 carries already so far in this ball game. As Anderson's going to drop back to pass, batted at the line of scrimmage, it's going to fall incomplete. It's Kevin Charlton yet again. An unbelievable play, as he's had a big night. 3rd and 13 now, with a little over 9 remaining here in regulation. Anderson goes back under center with Young behind him. Anderson's going to pitch it out to Tank Young. Tries to bounce it to the outside. Gets a block. Gets another block. Gets across the field. He's across midfield. Across the 30 to the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5. And there he goes. We've been waiting for one all night long as Tank Young takes it the distance. 69-yard run by Tank Young for a St. Thomas Aquinas touchdown. An unbelievable run by Tank Young. Took it on the right side through a pitch, cut across the field on a 3rd and 13. Wainwright's kick is up and it's good. And in the blink of an eye, it's 28-14. St. Thomas Aquinas with 9:03 remaining here in the 4th quarter. You're watching EKL action on A10varsity.com. Welcome back to St. Thomas Aquinas, where the Saints lead at 28-14. Some quick updates from some scores around the metro area. Liberty North has now taken the lead over Blue Springs, 21-14. Lee Summit is up on Lee Summit North, 27-9. Blue Springs South leading Park Hill, 20-14. And Rockhurst currently up 19-0 over Battle. As we get back to our game, where the kickoff is going to be returned across the 20-yard line for the Thunder. And here come this offense again, featuring Michael Tujak. It's been a very impressive performance so far tonight by the senior tailback. He's got 25 carries for 122 yards and 2 scores. To go along with that, he has 2 catches for 48 yards. Under 9 to play now, 2-possession game in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. Feldman's going to give it out to Tujak. Immediately brought in the backfield. Nice play by number 98. And that's one of the very few plays we've seen go backwards for Michael Tujak. Second and 12 for the Thunder. Feldman's going to drop back to pass. He's looking deep for his intended target, and he's going to catch it for a big-time play by Tyler Claiborne, who's shaking up on the play. There's a flag on the play as well. Nice throw and nice catch. Even more impressive catch by Tyler Claiborne. Able to bring that catch in even through all the contact. And the Saints are now in, the Thunder are now in Saint territory. Approaching the 8-minute mark now here in the 4th quarter. These are the plays that the Thunder need to stay in this ball game. Low snap. Feldman able to retrieve it. Throws a dart across the middle. It's going to be almost intercepted by number 17, Will Gavin. It was knocked out of his hands by his own teammate. Corton Harris, both players just trying to make a play on the ball. Corton Harris knocked it out of Gavin's hands, and the pass is going to fall incomplete. I don't think Feldman ever saw Gavin just sitting in the middle of the field. As the Thunder's possession lives on, he's going to give it back to Tujak, who's going to try to run it outside, cuts it up the field for a minimal gain. He's going to bring it up 3rd and long. And St. James really now noticing they're going to have to start getting some things done through the air, as you can't drag out these drives long enough, as you just don't have the time anymore. They've done a pretty good job of keeping St. Thomas Aquinas offense on the sideline for the most part. But as you see, they can break one at any moment in time. 3rd down for the Thunder. As Feldman's going to find Claiborne he's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. Unbelievable. Took a hitch route. 46 yards for a score, and just like that, it's back to a 1-possession ball game. Some poor tackling by St. Thomas Aquinas, as Claiborne takes it the distance. And this game is far from over. Kirby comes on for the extra point attempt. Kirby's kick is up and good. And we're back to a 1-possession game. Nice pitch and catch by Brady Feldman over to Tyler Claiborne. We're going to take a short break here. It's 28-21 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. You're watching EKL action on A10varsity.com.
Painting the exterior or interior.
Welcome back to Overland Park, Kansas, where Aquinas leads the Thunder of St. James Academy 28-21. Just saw a nice pitch and catch from Brady Feldman over to Tyler Claiborne. Feldman has had a rough go of it so far in this game, but able to stay in it, keep his confidence, and he's got the Thunder within 1 possession of the defending 5A state champs. It's going to be returned at about the 20-yard line. There's a fumble on the play, and I believe still a man scramble for the ball. Players pointing in opposite directions. Somehow Aquinas got that football back. It looked like the Thunder had it. I cannot believe Aquinas retains possession on the kickoff. Some nerves. Some nerves going on here from the Aquinas crowd as Aquinas is able to retain possession. First and 10 for St. Thomas Aquinas. Under 7 to play. Anderson under center. Barnett goes in motion. It's going to be a pitch to Finn Barnett. Looks like he's got the corner. Cuts across the 35, across the 40, and wrapped up, I believe, just shy of that first down marker. Nice run by Barnett. Second and 1. Saints have it on their own 43-yard line. Nearly turned the ball over after the Thunder just went down and scored via 46-yard pass to Claiborne. It's going to be a handoff to Young. Makes one defender miss. He's going to bounce it outside. He's already across midfield. Stays up on his feet. And he's going to be taken. Young's going to be knocked out of bounds. Looks like they're going to spot him right at about the 46-yard line. A nice run by Young. And here come the Saints again. We now get ourselves a back and forth offensive battle here in the fourth quarter after no score in the third. Anderson under center. He's going to give it up the middle to Young, who goes nowhere. I believe that was number 55, Kevin Charlton again. He's had an unbelievable game. And they gave him 2 yards. Didn't look like he got too far up the field. Nonetheless, still second and long. Favorable spot there for the Saints. Young again up the middle. Darts across the first down marker. Nice run by Tank Young. And he's going to move the chains for St. Thomas Aquinas. And this is what Aquinas wants to see. Just power run after power run after power run. And you know, Tank Young is always liable to break one. He's already done so here in the fourth quarter. Approaching the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Downey goes in motion. He's going to get the pitch. Breaks it outside. Has one tackle. He's going to be dropped by number 29, Cade Lout. I believe there is a flag on the play. Might be some type of low block. Looks like it's going against Charlie McCormick. Hasn't been made official. It's going to be a personal foul. I believe it's going to be a chop block, low block on Charlie McCormick. That's going to move the ball back for the Saints. That's going to move them all the way back to the 44-yard line. Going to be first and 21. Anderson's going to drop back to pass. Rolls back very far, hit as he throws. Throws one up for grabs as Isaiah Gavin nearly made an impressive catch. Leaped over about 4 defenders. Just unable to bring it down. Nice play, playing all the way through. And I believe it's going to be third down. I thought it was just first and 21, but I believe that last penalty counted as a down, so it's going to be third down. Aquinas on the Thunder 44-yard line. Downey goes in motion. It's going to be a reverse pass. Will Thompson drops back. He's going to throw it. Looking for Isaiah Gavin's going to fall incomplete. Just couldn't turn the right way. Didn't know exactly where the pass was going. It's going to bring out fourth and forever for the Saints, and they're going to have to punt it. And here's something we haven't seen so far in this ball game. The Saints have had at least a score up with the ball, as they're now going to give the Thunder a chance to tie it. Weinreich on to punt it. It's going to be a short punt. Nearly hit a Thunder player. They're going to take over on their own, I believe, 15 or 16-yard line. It's going to go ahead and keep you here. They are going to down it at the 6. And they're taking a minute to spot the ball. They are going to give them the 17-yard line. And last time we saw this offense on the field, they were able to score 46 yards out from a pass from Brady Feldman to his top receiver, Tyler Claiborne, who already came into this game with 238 yards receiving and just one score, added his second touchdown on the year. Feldman's going to drop back to pass. It's going to be a screen over to Two-Jack, and Two-Jack's going to cut across the first down marker. Going to be tackled across the 30-yard line. And here come St. James Academy. And you really got to give it to Feldman. He's come in. He started the season. They looked like the Thunder turned over to Jack Mullers, and I believe he is inactive tonight. So Brady Feldman comes back in after starting the season for the Thunder. And he's put them in a position with the number 1 team in the state. Low snap. Feldman recovers the fumble. Wasn't quite ready for the snap. And he's going to lose a few yards on the play. Most importantly, able to retain possession with just 3.5 remaining here in regulation. Would have been a costly turnover by St. James, which has really been the big difference for why Aquinas still has a 7-point lead. 2 red zone turnovers for both teams. Feldman drops back to pass. He's going to pump. 3 receivers on 3 defenders, on 1 receiver. He's going to be brought down in the backfield for a sack. Feldman was trying to find his top receiver, Tyler Claiborne. He had 3 St. Thomas Aquinas defenders on him, as that pump fake did not fool anybody. He didn't even look over to his other receiver. As now the Thunder going in the wrong direction. 3rd and 17 from their own 24-yard line. Feldman drops back to pass. Nearly hit as he throws, looking for a flag. They're going to get it. His intended target was his tailback, Michael Two-Jack, as it was smacked as the ball was coming. It's going to be pass interference. As there is a discussion from the referees in the middle of the field. 3 flags on the play. I think every ref saw it. The call is pass interference on Aquinas. It's going to remain 3rd down as it was 3rd and 16. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. There are no automatic first downs in high school. 3rd and short, under 2.5 to play here in the 4th quarter. Back to the pistol formation. Do the Thunder go. Feldman going to take the snap, gives it to Two-Jack. Two-Jack's going to cut across. He is going to have the first down. Have it on their own 41-yard line. And here we go again as a new set of downs for St. James. Has been such an intriguing game from the beginning. At the half, it was 21-7. But lo and behold, the Thunder of St. James have stayed in it. 1st and 10. Feldman drops back to pass. He's going to look for Two-Jack. Makes one defender miss. And he's going to cut across. And he's going to pick up the first down as he's now into St. territory. Here comes St. James again. There is a flag on the play And I believe it's going to go against. Well, they're telling the Chains crew to go back. Still awaiting the call. Illegal substitution against St. James. Big penalty. So I believe it's still going to remain first down. Just going to be a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15. 4 receivers set, 3 to the right side. Feldman takes the snap. Steps up in the pocket, fires across the middle. As there's going to be another flag. As he was intended for his target. There were two defenders in the area. He's going to go against one of them. He was looking for A.J. Maloney across the middle. They're going to call a hold on the defense. So this is going to be the 3rd straight first down in a row. As we've gone backwards 5, and now we've gone forward about 6. First and 5 from the 46-yard line. Feldman drops back to pass again, fires across the middle, looking for his receiver too far. He was looking for Josh Kirby. It's going to fall incomplete. Bring it up 2nd down. Just 1 minute and 39 seconds remaining here in regulation. Such run heavy throughout these 4 quarters, but now electing to pass with Feldman. Two-Jack in the backfield with Feldman. They're going to give it to Two-Jack. He's going to cut across the left side. He's going to break out, stiff arms one. Cuts across. There is a flag on the play. Major run by Michael Two-Jack as he took it near his sideline. There's a flag on the play. Not sure what happened. As he was brought down across the 40-yard line. As there is another discussion by the referees. Michael Two-Jack, an unbelievable performance today. The number 1 team in 5A, and they have come right into their house. And I believe it's a personal foul against St. James. That is a costly penalty. Not sure what happened. It looked like Two-Jack did try to stiff arm. He might have grabbed some of the face masks of the defender, and that might be the result. So with that penalty, it's going to move them all the way back to their own 43-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Handed off back to Two-Jack again. Picks up a few yards as time continues to wind down. A little bit over a minute to go here in the 4th. You got to think the Thunder have to start throwing the football, as you want to put the ball in the hands of Two-Jack, but just don't have the time to continue to run the football. Feldman goes back. Ends a pistol formation. Loud goes in motion. Going to be another hand up to Two-Jack. He's going to cut across the middle for a first down with 45 seconds to go. St. James does have 2 timeouts. That first down will stop the clock as they reset the chains. As now the Thunder will call a timeout. Tom Radke wants to talk about it. We're going to take a small break here from Aquinas. Aquinas has a 7-point lead with 44 seconds remaining here in regulation. You're watching Kansas High School football on A10varsity.com. Welcome back to Overland Park, Kansas, where St. Thomas Aquinas leads the Thunder of St. James Academy 28-21. 44 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Thunder with the ball in St. territory. Feldman drops back to pass. He's looking, he's going to throw it. Has a man open. It's underthrown. It's going to fall incomplete. That was broken up by number 12, Johnny Brooks. He had a man open, just underthrew him. Brooks nearly had an interception, which would have ended this ball game. 2nd and 10, 38 seconds to go. Brady Feldman back in shotgun. His tailback Michael Tujak with him. Feldman looks to his right, fires. Tujak, major hit. Stays on his feet. Tujak evades one, evades another. Now there's a flag on the play after he was brought down. Could it be a face mask? Not sure what happened. Tujak was hit hard as he received the ball. It's going to be a personal foul, face mask against St. Thomas Aquinas. Michael Tujak. What concentration and toughness by the senior tailback. 29 seconds remain as they're still trying to spot the ball. It's going to move them all the way up to the 31. Clock is now rolling down to 25. Feldman drops back to pass. He's going to fire deep. It's a one-on-one coverage. It's going to fall incomplete. Isaiah Gavin, the defender, in coverage. 18 seconds. 31 yards out for St. James. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Brady Feldman continues to look for his top target tonight, Tyler Claiborne. Here goes Feldman under pressure. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to fire it. He's going to throw it. He's going to be intercepted by Johnny Brooks. And the Saints are going to hold on. Under duress, Brady Feldman couldn't find the target he was looking for. Intercepted by the sophomore. And the Saints are going to win this ball game and improve to 6-0. Incredible performance by St. James Academy. But as great teams do, St. Thomas Aquinas will hang on. A great ball game by both teams. Outstanding performance by this defense of St. James. Just one or two plays away, and we could have been seeing an overtime ball game. With the knee, Aquinas will improve to 6-0. And St. James will fall to 3-3. St. James has a game against Cape and Mount Carmel next week. And they will be on the road for that game. Aquinas has what some might call the game of the year, where they play at Bishop Miege next week. An unbelievable game, and an honor to call it. I'm Gannon Cornley here with A10 Varsity. It's been an honor. Have a good night, folks.